You may find yourself at a critical juncture in your spirit life journey. You've awakened to the fact that you're in bondage, enslaved, and have this desire to be free from it. You have friends around you that you care about and want them to have this level of awareness and join you in this journey. So, one of your friends hears you mention your awakening, becomes interested, and wants to talk to you about it. Great idea, right? You decide to meet at your favorite restaurant, have a nice meal, and share your story with your friend. Here you are, sitting at the restaurant, scanning the menu and deciding on an appetizer. So you ponder whether forcibly extracted milk from a cow is more desirable when it's melted on chips or whether it should be stuffed in jalapenos and deep fried. Think about that for a moment. You are discussing our state of slavery and bondage with your friend. You express a desire to be free from it, but find justification in imposing it in a much worse set of circumstances on a sentient being who has the right to experience this place on their own terms just as much as you do. Ask yourself if it's justified to take that right away from animals yet desire it yourself. You might find comfort in believing the gratitude you extended to an animal for its flesh or bodily fluids can actually set you apart from an imprisoner, or it can absolve you from taking something that isn't rightfully yours. You make a good point. Extending your gratitude to those you put in misery justifies the misery, right? You say this as you're looking at the menu and deciding on the main course. You contemplate whether the ground up muscle tissue from a dead cow goes better on a sourdough bun or the house made brioche bun, which is rich and fluffy because it's made with menstrual cycles of chickens. After all, you thank the cow for spending its life in a factory farm, being imprisoned against its will, being fed an unnatural diet, and dying in fear so you can enjoy your burger and philosophize about the immoral aspects of slavery and servitude. If the idea of creating heaven on earth appeals to you, if you feel your spirit life journey will open doors to transforming yourself and earth into a space you will realize your potential in and bring forth this realization on a much larger scale, you're living a lie if you nourish yourself at the expense of animals or play any role whatsoever in placing them in captivity. Everybody has a unique spirit life journey. I'm not here to define your path. However, I have a few questions for those who feel they've awakened and are on a path toward realizing a soul state that transcends the karmic cycle, yet consume animal products and play a role in placing animals in captivity or believe humans have the right to own animals. First, begin by asking yourself why animals exist here and live alongside you. If your answer remotely suggests that animals are here to serve humankind, dig through the layer of influences that brought you to that answer. Do you really believe the spiritual forces that weave this universe together have created sentient beings with feelings and emotions who have the ability to feel love and experience pain, only to see them stripped of their freedom to experience this place on their own terms, be placed in captivity against their will, and have fluids extracted from them against their will? Have their mating partners chosen for them, only to have their children taken away from them? And eventually have their lives ended against their will? Do you believe animals have been created to serve you? If you believe animals have been created to serve you, then why haven't you been created to utilize them in the same manner other animals hunt for, kill, and consume their prey? Humans can't even extract nutrients from animals in the same manner parasites extract nutrients from their host. Not only are humans not biologically suited to hunt, they're not biologically suited to implant themselves on animals and nourish themselves as would a leech or a lamprey. If you believe you're awake and harbor this desire to be free from enslavement and bondage, yet benefit from the enslavement and bondage of other sentient beings, you may be at a juncture in your journey where you can see the contradiction and are willing to fix it. If you're truly awake and want to transcend everything about this life that doesn't sit well with you, ask yourself how such a contradiction factors in your ability to make progress in your journey. Will you be coming back to the physical earth realm and living another incarnation of slavery and bondage yourself with the hopes of learning about your past ways and moving forward? Your awakening is there to open doors to allow you to learn more about yourself and better understand what end of the pendulum you don't want to find yourself on. If you don't want to find yourself on that end of the pendulum, neither do sentient beings who have the ability to feel love and pain. There are no hamburgers in heaven. Heaven is a place that is free from bondage, enslavement, servitude, and fear. If you come across any of these imposed on any sentient being, be assured you are not experiencing heaven. That's all for now. Be well, sun gaze, and reject fear.